Welcome back to Lickety Slick's Dirt Racing Tour Season 1. First season as a standalone series brought to you by One Grid. My name is Noah, aka your pal Rowdy here on One Grid TV. Qualifying underway at the moment. Right now we got the camera on Jamie Howe. He has the pole currently. Douglas Henry, not far off. He's coming to complete his second and final lap. He looks slow, so he must have made a mistake. Raymond Wimmer shoots up to second. We've been waiting for Raymond. Damon Leonard, I believe this is career start number 2 for him in One Grid Series. Still has the pole. We're waiting on lap times from Anthony Ely. First lap time, second quick, looking for the top spot if he can manage. Right now, just 2/100ths behind Leonard. Second lap time will improve. Top of the board. Quick time for Anthony Ely. John Dodal, Brian Smith yet to qualify. I was told John Dodal may be doing adminship, and we will not see him enter the race. And I think just like that, qualifying will conclude here tonight. Lickety Slick's Dirt Racing Tour, Dirt Late Model Pros. Today we're at USA International Speedway, a.k.a. Lakeland. And I'm ready for some exciting racing. Anthony Ely, Damian Leonard, Jamie Howe, Raymond Wimmer, Jamison Howe, your top 5. Hayden Hale, Douglas Henry, Mason Thompson, Zachary Kennedy, Jaleel Bennet, the race 1 winner, rounding out the top 10. That's Armando Melgosa, Kenny Douglas, Jason Wooldridge II, Josh Warner, and Toby Kirk. If Brian Smith does start tonight, that makes 16 cars. I think right now we're just waiting for the session to transition over into heat race number 1. Look like 2 heat races, 8 cars apiece. We did see Brian Smith put in a qualifying time. He is done. Finishes 14th quick. I believe John Dodal will not make a lap time, which makes Anthony Ely your pole sitter. And we go ahead and transition into heat race number 1. 8 laps, 8 cars. All drivers make the show. No B main. This is week number 2 of One Grid for active on-track league racing. Last week, we kicked off with the Frontier Truck Tour Season 2 opener. Then we went into the season opener, the inaugural race for the Power Racing Dirt Series, also Dirt Late Model Pros. Wednesday's an off day until the 1st of October when Throttle Hopper Racing League starts back up. But Thursday was a Lickety Slick season opener. And now week 2, we had Dover on Monday for Frontier. We had Lima Land on Tuesday for Power Racing Dirt Series. Tonight, USA. So Anthony Ely got the pole. We know he has speed. Had a really good run going for him last Thursday at Oswego. Was comfortably running in the top 3. Had a couple of mistakes. Bounced back and finished strong. He had a great showing for the Power Racing Dirt Series Lima Land. Next time by, we will see the green flag. The space truck will pull off. And Anthony Ely will be in command. As soon as that pace truck pulls off, he can launch whenever he feels like. And we're about ready to get underway. I do not know what this camera angle is. That is weird. What is this? Okay. Well, seems to be fine now. Don't know why we were staring at everybody's feet. So I believe that is the one to go signal officially. Jamie Howe, father of Jamison Howe, both these guys in the same heat race. Jamie in the 17, Jamison in the 19. Douglas Henry, not the best qualifying effort out of him, but starting fourth. You know he's going to make his way up towards the front quickly. Let's see, what is this? What is this camera angle? What are we doing? Who put this here? iRacing doesn't like us. Maybe it's USA. I don't know.
Green flag.
But we're underway for heat race number 1. Anthony Ely leads. Here comes Jamison Howe. He'll look to the inside. As they head down the back straightaway, Douglas, top of 3 wide, now just 2 wide, side by side for the 55. Long straightaways, very little banking, tight corners here at USA. Makes for a very interesting dynamic. Right now, that's Zachary Kennedy up the inside of Douglas Henry. Here comes Jason Woldridge. 3 wide down the back straightaway. 55 will go by. Douglas Henry gets in line. Right now, Douglas Henry dropping back to 5th, started 4th. Jason Woldridge will completely clear him. Right now, Jamison Howe is running down Anthony Ely as we begin lap number 4 of heat race number 1. Trying to run him down. Right now, Jamie Howe, Jason Woldridge are moving up, and here comes Douglas Henry. He gets the car 3 wide middle, and both the cars squeeze. Unaware Doug was in between, and both those cars will end up wrecked. Looks like Jamie Howe's front end is destroyed. He will have to tow. Let's take a look at the replay. So you're going to see Douglas Henry. He will find the clean air here. He gets in the middle, but it looks like Jamie and Woldridge just aren't giving him the room. He's already taken that space, and both will end up in the fence. I wouldn't really put the blame on Doug. There was clean air there. And you know what? Just because we're here, let's fix this camera. I don't know what's going on or why we're looking at it like that, but let's fix this camera. It belongs right here. This is where I put it pre-race, so why is it dancing around? It makes no sense. It should not be dancing around, but it is. Static. Fixed. I don't know. But look, now it blinks out for no reason at all. It should stay right here. Like, what is this position? I didn't put this here. So now I got to carry it back over, and then I got to drop it, and then I got to spin her around, get it in the perfect spot so you guys like it, so we can see them take the green and the checkered. I don't know. I think we're going to see the yellow flag. Yeah, what is this? What is this? What is this? This is not, what am I looking at? What is this? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing there, camera guy? Who programmed this? Who programmed this crap? I don't know. I probably messed up. Anybody else hate the new UI? Anybody else think the new UI is terrible and should be dismantled piece by piece? Single file restart. It'll be 4 laps to go when we cross the stripe. I don't like any of these camera angles. Oh, well. Peek behind the curtain one more time. Let's get some height on. Okay. Well, Anthony Ely will be in command. Now, if we switch to this camera, now we can see them cross the green. What? What is this? What am I looking at?
Green flag.
Yeah,
green
okay,
flag.
green flag back out. Anthony Ely, good jump. Jamison Howell in second. Douglas Henry in third. He has to battle Zachary Kennedy again. Zachary Kennedy will try the inside. Draws even with the 66. I see right front damage on the 55 of Zachary Kennedy. That might affect his speed here down the straightaway. Douglas Henry hangs onto the position. Right now, Anthony Ely trying to outrun Jamison Howell. Jamison has had some real speed. And we ran out of time for the session. What? Am I seeing that right? Did we just... Yeah. You only get 4 minutes to run heat race number 2. Looks like we ran out. So we're going to transition now into heat race. Sorry, that was heat race number 1. Now we're in heat race number 2. Damon Leonard, Raymond Wimmer. I'm checking stats. I'm making sure the numbers are right. Yeah, we just ran out of time. Odd. Very odd. Yeah, we're live. Not an issue with that. Ran out of time with 4 minutes on the clock to complete a heat race. Was not enough. Well, here we go. Heat race number 2, the final heat race of the night. Then we go into your feature. Damon Leonard or Raymond Wimmer on the front row. Great qualifying effort out of Raymond. And I don't like what USA's been doing with these camera angles. It reset all my camera angles. I swear I didn't hit anything. New UI is terrible. Hayden Hale, Mason Thompson, row number 2. Jaleel Bennet, Kennedy Douglas, roll number 3. Sorry, Kenny Douglas. Brian Smith, Toby Kirk. Round out that final row. 8 cars. Now, if we go to... Okay, so this camera's fine now. But what is this? Who designed this? What is this? Who put this here? Who said that this was a good idea? I am going to pause it now and adjust. See, look, static. Fixed. Yeah, I don't know who designed this crap, but they need to be sent to prison. Just look, then I can adjust the camera. We're probably about to go green, but fuck them. No. Okay. Well, let's see what happens now. The field. Here we go. Green flag is out in the hands of Barney. Heat race number 2. And the pace truck will quickly get out of the way. Gives Damon Leonard a lot of room here to work with. Yep, yeah, I don't know what this is. Get rid of it.
Green flag. Green flag.
Oh, big move. I believe that might have been Jaleel Bennet got in the door at Douglas Henry. Douglas Henry going backwards now. Hayden Hale will move into that second position. Doug trying to roll the top. Here comes the 82 of Mason Thompson through the middle. We got a car around. It's Toby Kirk. We're still green. Raymond Wimmer now losing another position to Jaleel Bennet. 82 gets up into his left side. Brian Smith made contact. And Raymond Wimmer will drop. Damian Leonard still leads over Hayden Hales. Jaleel Bennet now into the third position, making ground. Mason Thompson gets around Raymond Wimmer for that 5th position. Raymond trying to battle back on the high side. Mason Thompson up the inside into Brian Smith. Ships it. Contact. Mason Thompson running everybody over in this heat race. Raymond Wimmer will try to answer. Gets really close to the left rear. Almost works him up. Jaleel Bennet now has began to add pressure to Hayden Hale. He's caught him. Halfway to go in this heat race. Hayden Hale trying to hang on to second. This is the closest battle. Jaleel Bennet running the grass. Hayden Hale just has a little bit better line right now, defending against Jaleel. Raymond Wimmer, meanwhile, has dropped all the way to the 7th position. Still going backwards. Trying to get some ground gain back on Kenny Douglas. But here comes Damon Leonard. 2 laps to go. A good lead, just over a second. Here's Jaleel Bennet still trying to get to the rear bumper of Hayden Hale. And now Mason Thompson begins to try to close in on the 94. Able to get within grasp, but right now it's Damon Leonard coming around to the checkered flag. Winner of heat race number 2, starting to the outside. It'll be the number 18. Hayden Hale, Jaleel Bennet, Mason Thompson, Brian Smith, Kenny Douglas. Good photo finish with Raymond Wimmer and Kenny Douglas. Here comes Toby Kirk. And that will conclude heat race number 2, and we will begin to transition into tonight's feature. We did not see Armando Melgoza, by the way. Don't know what happened to him. Was he in heat race number 1? Maybe. I don't remember. Might have missed the grid. Looks like we are currently underneath warm-up. So while we are, I'm going to make sure this camera behaves. See, like, what is that? What does that mean? Who designed that? I want it right here. If you skip between different drivers, it changes. Looks like about a minute and a half left in this warm-up for these guys. See, but why is it doing this? Who said it was allowed to do this? I didn't. I didn't say it was allowed to do this at all. But it's doing it. And that makes no sense. Let's try it again. Yep, still doing it. I don't know. I didn't code this new UI. Old UI was better. All right. It's ticking me off so much. I think we got to crack a beer here. We got 45 seconds till the warm-up is over with. Then we're into our 30-lap feature. Bad news, guys. I got 1 beer left. There is some wine if we're feeling froggy. Appears to be about 20 seconds. want to turn up this microphone on this camera. Turn her up a little bit. And then turn our main volume down a little bit. And that should be good to go. Alrighty, looks like we're about to transition into tonight's feature. Anthony Ely on the front spot. Let's talk to him. Anthony, in the booth, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, Anthony, talking to you again, second week in a row. You had a great night on Tuesday, came up just short of the win, but that was one heck of a battle. And now here we are at USA Race 2 of the Lickety Slicks. How are we feeling?
I feel pretty good. Got a teammate on the outside and a couple behind him. I think clean air is going to be key, so I'm trying to get an early lead and just try to maintain.
All righty, Anthony, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll send him back down. Let's go ahead and grab Damon Leonard. Damon, no in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Damon, you picked up heat race number 2 win, a sizable gap, the biggest lead we've seen between the pair of heat races. How are you going to fare against these boys?
I'm just going to stick it out for the whole race, try not to mess up, and see how it goes.
All righty, thank you, Damon. I'm going to send you back down.
Yes, sir.
I'll send down Damon Leonard. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 16 cars will start tonight. Anthony Ely, Damon Leonard, Jamison Howell, Hayden Hale, Douglas Henry, Jaleel Bennet, Zachary Kennedy, Mason Thompson, Armando Melgosa, Brian Smith, Jason Woldridge, Kenny Douglas, Josh Warner, Raymond Wimmer II, Jamie Howell, and Toby Kirk. One heck of a race tonight. Next time by, we will see the green flag. Yeah, I don't know who designed that, but they need to be fired. Fired. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your most famous words in iRacing. It's time for your go time music. USA International Speedway is currently an Amazon warehouse, but what has been known as one of the most badass short tracks around, also known as Lakeland, finds us 16 dirt late model pros on the property, the dirt version of this iconic iRacing rookie short track. Pace truck pulls off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green. As we come back around to the straightaway, leader of lap number 1, Anthony Ely, already trying to pull out to a sizable lead over Damon Leonard. Jamison Howell to the 3rd position. Here comes Jaleel Bennet, and here's Hayden Hale with Douglas Henry in tow. Look at him stack up. Big wiggle out of Jamison. He loses shape, and Jaleel will be able to close in. 30 laps here. You're going to see that top line slick off as they enter into the middle. Caution is out. Raymond Wimmer may have been the caution car. I don't know if I see damage on the 00. We'll have to check the right side. I still don't see any, but we do have a replay. Let's take a look. Oh, Toby Kirk just straight up dumps the 00. I'm going to look at that again. So you're going to see the 7 car just pushes up right into the door of the 00. And Raymond can't go any higher because Jamie Howell is there. I was going to say Jamison. That's his son. So unfortunate, but that will be the first caution. Raymond Wimmer cannot catch a break. Leave this guy alone. And you know what? Better yet, let's interview him. He needs to say it out loud. Raymond, this is no in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, can you address to all the drivers watching, can you plead for them to let you catch a break? Because it's every race. Something's happening to you.
I'm not very happy right now. So I got to choose my words very carefully because I want to remain respectful of these guys, but they need to open their eyeballs and start driving out their windshield rather than their rear view mirror.
Alrighty, Raymond. Thank you. I want to send you back down. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yep.
So, yeah, Raymond not happy, but I mean, every race. And not just in Lickety Slicks. It was happening in the Power Racing Dirt Series as well. He's too nice of a guy out there on track and dirt, I guess. I don't know what he did to everybody else, but alrighty, we got him re-racked, restacked, and we're going to restart here. Pace truck pulls off, green flag's ready, up in the air. I love this camera angle. It just ticks me off every time. Green flag's back out. Oh, my. Anthony Ely, good launch. Look at the 19 of Jamison Howell. Good little slider. The 82, Mason Thompson gets fenced. Douglas Henry will take away that position. Down the back straightaway, we still see 2 wide. Look at the 6 car. That's Hayden Hale trying to make a move on the bottom around Jaleel Bennet. Really tight there with Woldridge. There's Douglas Henry just in the mix. Man, that is a tight battle from 4th to 7th right now. Really good side-by-side action. I think Doug and the 94 Jaleel Bennet made contact. Jaleel Bennet, big issue, big damage to the outside wall. Yellow will come out. I don't even know if I saw what happened, but it looks like he didn't even get that car to turn like it plowed. Wow, let's take a look at the replay, see exactly what happened. So Jaleel Bennett's in that 94 car all the way on the top. Woldridge to the outside, so there's slight door contact between him and Doug. Oh, I think Jaleel just kind of got up to the fluff and pulled the car into the wall. So there's slight door contact. Yeah, I mean, it just shifts the car up. He wasn't really ready for that grab, and then just heavy wall contact there to finish that off. Unfortunate. Jason Woldridge just pulled it into pit road. Not sure what's going on with the 74. He's going to give up quite a few positions. I wonder if he made some contact and he may be taking a fast repair. Pull back out onto the racetrack. Next time by, we should see the 1 to go signal. Anthony Ely, Damon Leonard, Jamison Howell, still your top 3. Hayden Hale, Douglas Henry, Kenny Douglas have all been battling so hard there to get up to Jamison to get to that top 3. Jason Woldridge, Zachary Kennedy, and Jaleel Bennet all went into pit road to get fast repairs. They have came back out onto the raceway. And once again, Anthony Ely will be in command. 15 of the 16 cars that showed up to the property today in this race, all still running. That started. Here we go. Green flag is out. Anthony Ely will choose to launch when he feels it's the best for him. Green flag back out. Here we go. Oh, what just happened to Raymond Wimmer? On that restart, Raymond and Jason Woldridge might have gotten together again. I think Jaleel Bennet might have also been involved. Let's take a look at the replay. We had our drone just behind the field. Let's see what it caught. So you got Jaleel Bennet, who's starting in the final spot of the grid. Raymond Wimmer in the double zero. Oh, Jason Woolridge tries to jump it and just sends both of them to the wall. That is such a weird wreck. Made no sense. So he's going to try to launch. He has to check up. Oh, I think he just caught Raymond, and now Raymond is just hard lefted. Jaleel into the back of Raymond just sends both those guys into the fence. Man, and poor Raymond. He cannot catch a break. Can we just, like, give this guy a provisional start on the front row so he's not back here with these dudes? It's starting to suck watching him just getting destroyed every time. Still only lap number 6. Looking for a few more here. Try to get some green flag racing in. Watch that line slick off and really get these guys dogging. But I have no idea why it switches to this specific camera right here. Because I have it sitting on my static camera that I've used at every single track for many different series, many different cars. But for some reason, USA doesn't like it. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Seems kind of fishy. Something's going on with that. Alrighty, side by side, re-racked, restacked, and ready to get restarted. Ely, Leonard, Howell, Hale, Henry, still your top 5. Anthony Ely in command. Damon Leonard's seen enough restarts. Can he try to hang with the 5? Not quite.
Green, green, green.
Good launch out of Hayden Hale. Douglas Henry almost in the back of the 36. Jamison in the back of the 18. A lot of checkups. At least they're not running each other over down the back straightaway. Kenny Douglas, he's in that 36. He's trying to make a move. Caution is out. Looks like it's for the Zen number 7 of Toby Kirk. Big front end damage. He's also blinking out. I wonder if that played a role in the accident. So there's the number 7. Oh, he just blinks. Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do when a guy's blinking out? Nothing the rest of the field can do. Severe connection issues. At least we got 1 lap in. So now we're laps. Well, actually, did we? It might jump back to 6 here when we cross the stripe. We'll see here. So they did just count lap 8, but I knew it won't. So we did do 7. We got that 7th. We're almost at double digits, guys. Normally, one of the most advantageous spots to restart is second on the bottom, on the bottom line. Where currently Hayden Hale sits in that number 6. He's watching what the leader's doing. He's starting to learn a pattern out of Anthony Ely. Even if Anthony has done something different in the restart zone, he could still pick something up and get a good inference on when he needs to launch. Because we've done so many restarts, let's change it up a little bit. We're going to go helmet cam with the number 6 car of Hayden Hale. And we're going to see what a restart looks like from the cockpit view here in Lickety Slicks. Now, I have a tear-off button bound, but it doesn't work. I bet Hayden does, but when he tears off, it doesn't for us. Just another iRacing thing. So it's going to be a little gunky, but we're going to try to watch, and maybe we could see a little bit out of the gyro. Let's see if we could stick with it. I don't really like how the roof is in the way, but we will try it. Restart zone, here we go.
Green, green, green.
Can't quite get what he wants. See how he sends it into turns 1 and 2. Lifts early, minimal power down. Now he throttles back up. Here comes Jamison Howell to his outside. Really, Harry, look at Douglas ripping the cushion. Had Brian Smith in tow. There's Mason Thompson up the inside of the 66. Kenny Douglas still trying to work on Jamison Howell. We get single file. And we're coming around and getting to the double digits of this race. Finally, lap number 10 underway. Douglas Henry looks to the inside of Kenny Douglas. Mason Thompson applying pressure. Just about 3 wide in the center. Doug clears the 82. 82 looks high. Doug gives him the lane. Mason Thompson tries to rip the cushion. He'll get a pretty good run through the center. Doug comes up, takes away that line. And Mason Thompson is still all over his rear bumper. This is the closest battle. Mason all the way down to the grass, tries to make something work. Right now, Anthony Ely pulling away with the lead, just over half a second over Damon Leonard. And Hayden Hale has started to close in on your second place driver of Damon Leonard. Kenny Douglas making good work on Jamison Howell. He's starting to build a run, but here comes Douglas Henry. Meanwhile, Jason Woldridge is attacking Mason Thompson for the 7th spot. Man, Kenny Douglas really put it in that middle line there. Doug had to get out of it to not run him over. Mason Thompson, Jason Woldridge all the way to the bottom. Can he grab 2? All over the nose of the 66. Absolutely contact. That will hurt the pair. Doug cannot be happy about that. Jason Woldridge now to the inside of Mason Thompson. He's still ripping the grass. Left side's in the green. Almost able to pull even, but Mason Thompson, he'll be the one to even the score. Doug will try the bottom line now. Now Douglas Henry going backwards, possible nose damage. Mason Thompson, big move on Kenny Douglas. Can he complete the slider? Kenny Douglas looks for the crossover. He can't get it. Kenny Douglas to the bottom of Mason Thompson. We'll have to back it up to Jason Woldridge. Now Jason to the inside. Woldridge will ship it in again on Kenny Douglas. Nose to tail right now. Woldridge 6th, Douglas 7th. Douglas Henry 8th, trying to hold off Brian Smith. Anthony Ely gave up just about a 10th to Damon Leonard, but still holding a sizable lead. You see this field starting to get single file. I saw a big move out of Raymond Wimmer just in the back. Tried something different. Really wrapping the bottom. Right now, Jamison Howell in the 5th spot is really adding the pressure onto Mason Thompson. 4th and 5th right now. The 19 of Jamison is running just about half a lane below, trying to get cleaner to the nose. Mason Thompson into the fluff. That'll hurt his exit by just a little bit. Meanwhile, Damon Leonard has closed in on Anthony Ely. Damon now 2/10 off of the 5. He might be able to challenge for the lead as we are now 10 laps to go already here at USA. feature number 2 of the Lickety Slicks. Anthony Ely has been fighting hard to win. Damon Leonard not backing down. That is the gap, and Anthony puts 2/10 back on Damon, felt the pressure, was able to pull away. Douglas Henry has dropped back to the 8th position currently. Brian Smith finally will attempt a slider. He will make the clear. Doug will try to cross over. Kenny Douglas into the wall. And Doug will look up the inside of Kenny, trying to mount the charge. Inside of Brian Smith. Brian Smith up in the fluff, into the wall. But Doug gets tight off of exit, and they're still battling for the 8th spot. Meanwhile, Hayden Hale, Mason Thompson side by side for 3rd. Hale trying to hang on, Mason trying to get up into the podium. All over the rear bumper of the 6, Mason all the way to the top, tries to rip the cushion. Can he get the ground on the 6 car? But again, puts both rear tires in the fluff, draws to the nose. And Mesa Thompson still not giving up. Meanwhile, Damon Leonard, he's running out of time. 5 laps to go to get to Anthony Ely. Ely has maintained this 0.3 of a second gap. 4 laps to go, and Anthony still trying to pull away. Damon not letting him, but he's struggling to get within range. I wonder if we'll see a Hail Mary slider within 1 to go. There's the difference between the pair. You can see Damon Leonard is having a hard time on entry, or Anthony nice and smooth. Hasn't left this line all race long, not afraid to enter on the slick. Lets the car walk back up to the cushion for the drive off. And Damon is just having a hard time on his entry. He will attempt the same line now. Can he get it to stick? And he begins to fall off through turns 3 and 4. Anthony Ely will see the white flag. Big charge into Damon Leonard. I actually kind of like the look of it, but I believe he's ran out of time. 1 lap to go for Anthony Ely. One of the fastest in dirt in 1 grid. Looking for a checkered flag. Looking for his first win in the Lickety Slicks. Here he comes through turns 3 and 4. Anthony Ely will win right here at USA. Race number 2 of Lickety Slicks.
What a bitch.
Let's go.
Good one, Tony.
Thank you, thank you. Good run, Damon.
Good run,
That's
Tony.
1-2. Let's
Good
get
run,
it.
fellas.
Tony and Blake.
That's a pretty large team down there. Anthony Ely, Damon Leonard, Hayden Hale, Jaleel Bennet, Jason Woldridge, Kenny Douglas, Zach Kennedy, all down there in that call for Team Savage House. That team makes up the entirety of the top 5. Anthony Ely parks it on the front stretch right next to Damon Leonard. There's Mason Thompson. Mason Thompson was able to get 3rd from Hayden Hale. We'll talk about that battle, but first, let's grab your winner tonight, Anthony Ely. Anthony, you get the win, get the checkered flag, first win in Lickety Slicks. How's it feel to win here at USA?
Feels amazing, man. Thank you.
Was Damon Leonard applying that pressure, or were you chill like a cucumber?
We were chill like a cucumber. We were just riding and just hoping there wasn't a caution.
Alrighty, Anthony, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Finishing second, Damon Leonard, teammate. Let's get him up to the booth. Well, Damon, you win heat race number 2. You start second, you finish second. Are you going to take this as a dub, or are you wishing you improved by 1 more position?
I'm gonna take it as a dub. You know, had a good race. Me and Tony there, we took off on everybody else. Put a nice clean lead. Just played it safe tonight.
How much more did you need to get up there to Anthony Ely?
Um, I don't. I don't think I really had enough to get past them. The track wasn't really there to make a clean pass, so I was just gonna accept second.
Alrighty, Damon, congratulations on the second position. We'll send Damon back down. Mason Thompson brings home the third position. It was a hard-fought battle for him. Mason, no in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Mason, we didn't get to see your pass for third, but you and Hayden Hale were going at it for the last 10 to 15 laps. How hard was it to make passes and build runs out there? Did you feel like it was one-line dominant?
For the most part, I mean, the only way you could pass was on zooming in on the bottom and hoping you clear the guy in the middle of the corner. That's how I made all my passes. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty much all high side the whole time.
Mason, this is your first start here, Lickety Slicks. How are you liking the dirt? I know you're full-time over in the Frontier Truck Tour. You had good runs there as well. What's your goal for the Dirt Late Model Pros?
Just to practice dirt, because I'm not too fantastic at it. I'm okay, but just getting laps at all these tracks and stuff, trying to be quicker. And yeah, I think tonight was pretty good.
All righty, congratulations, Mason, on the top three.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we'll send Mason back down. Congratulations, Anthony Ely, winner of race number 2 in the Lickety Slicks here at USA. I will see you guys next week. Don't forget, Frontier Truck Tour on Monday. Power Racing Dirt Series Tuesday. Hey, this Friday, if you have Flow Racing, Sprint Car fan, the Ford Crown Nationals, I will be there tomorrow. Pit road reports for the Great Lakes Super Sprints. The following Friday, Millstream Speedway, live on Dirt Vision for the World of Outlaws. I will be the voice of the Great Lake Traditional Sprints, the supporting series. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.